And hello again, everybody. Welcome into West Georgia Women's Basketball Weekly. Coach Teal Bradford with us as the Wolves get ready to begin Gulf South Conference play. We come in, it's been a 9-day break before we hit the floor at Huntsville Thursday night, Coach. But we come in off a win. It was not easy down at Fort Valley in a very physical ball game, but a good win on the road against an SIAC opponent. Tell us about that one.
It was definitely physical, to say the least. But my girls were able to pull it out. And work hard because it was a grind. I mean, at the end of the day, you're on somebody else's floor, their first home game of the season. So we really had to pull it out and grind and get those buckets when we could.
One thing's for sure at the coaching at the collegiate level coaching, a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of hats, and in between we announced a couple of early signees. Before we get around to talking about Huntsville and what's coming up, I know you, Coach Groninger, and the entire university are very proud of the early recruiting efforts.
Definitely. We got 2 freshmen. One is Lene Edwards. Her father came in, and he played years ago, and he was able to get on the Hall of Fame. So he was a great player, and we were just able to get her. So it was nice because we were able to finish out their family legacy here. And so also we got Jalen Shaw, another kid out of Columbus. So she's going to come in at the post for us, and Lene's going to come in at the guard. So those are 2 additions that we're definitely gonna need next year. A
great kickoff to the recruiting year, but let's talk about this season a little bit. Conference play is here. Old traditional, especially old people like me, remember it always started right after January 1st. It's not that way anymore in this league, and we're on the road against Alabama Huntsville. Are we ready for the grind of Gulf South Conference play, Coach?
Hey, we got to start it off, and we got to start off running. Just coming in and being able to go on the road and get that first conference win would be big for us. We need conference wins and we need on-the-road wins because at the end of the day, you're going to be playing those championships on the road and back-to-back. So.
And Alabama Huntsville, a team, they're 1-3 on the year, but they went and played in that couple of good teams from Florida. Battled them, came out on the short end, but they look to be an improved basketball team this season.
Yes, they are better. And we just got to come out and we got to be ready to play. They're going to hit a lot of threes and they're going to try to drive us. So we got to be prepared for that. We got to be ready for the back cuts. So we've been practicing that and just getting ready for our team to come out and show up.
I know their player, Aaron Saunders, scoring big points for them. Their big girl, Spiegel, also a double-figure scorer. She came in here last year and got 20 against us, so we know all about her.
Yes, she's a pretty good basketball player, and the guard as well. So we have to be prepared for both. Everybody's going to have to contribute against them both.
And handling road trips, what's the plan for the team as far as Huntsville's one of those, it's not a long killer trip, but it's not short enough to leave 3 hours before the ball game either.
Exactly. So we're just going to get a little something to eat, probably get on the road and maybe stop a little bit on the way. But the girls just have to be prepared, get some good rest tonight.
The idea is get us ready,
yes.
In other words. There you go. Well, we got that, of course, with UAH coming up, Sprague's Hall. That'll be at 6:30. You can follow our broadcast. We'll have it linked at uwgsports.com. And you can follow us all the way through the conference season, as a matter of fact, with West Georgia women's basketball. And we get a home opener in the Coliseum against Shorter coming up on Monday, a team also that's got some young players. They're battling hard, and it's an opportunity for us, if we play well, to get off to a good start in the conference. But we've got that one coming up on Monday night. What about that one?
It's a new coach, and so he has a few players that are averaging pretty good numbers. So we got to come out, and it's not going to be easy. I don't think any game in this conference is going to be easy this season. We're going to have to show up every night. And coming back home, we got to play better at home than we have in the past. So we just got to come and show up.
And that's the nature of conference basketball, pretty much,
yes.
Is it not? What else about this team? What do you like about us so far? What's been the thing? We ask you this every week somehow, but as we're a team that's going to be growing, and the idea is keep getting better all the way through the end of February and into March. What are the positives right now, Coach?
The positives is we have to take pride in our defense. I think that's what's going to be the identifier for us. Right now, we're almost leading the conference in points allowed and field goal percentage. So we have to keep that going, and we have to keep taking pride in not letting people score 100 points on us a night. We just got to come and show up and make sure that we can get those baskets. That's the part that we got to improve on, but I like that my kids aren't afraid to shoot them. We just have to keep coming out every night and working hard.
And we talk about, you talked about the importance of defense, and we mentioned earlier about traveling. Defense travels. Sometimes you shoot well, sometimes you don't. But if you play good defense, you can play that anywhere.
Exactly.
Well, Coach Bradford, thanks for being with us. Let's make this a good road trip to Huntsville and a successful home opener in the league with Shorter coming up. And we'll talk next week about the Wolves.
Yes, sir.
Coach Teal Bradford with us today. It's West Georgia Wolves Women's Basketball Weekly, and thanks for joining us. Don't forget Thursday night, Alabama-Huntsville, 6:30 tip, 5:30 Monday in the Coliseum when the Shorter Hawks come into town. And thanks for joining us today here at Go Wolves.